No, that's true. They probably do, Amelia. Hey,
Hi, babe.
where were you?
Hey, what's going on?
Because I was yelling. Hey, Nina. You think we'll go somewhere? What? Do you like people treating you like shit, guys? I don't like it.
Get the look.
Not too long ago, Foodie Beauty was the one calling the shots. She was the ultimate chaos engine, completely unpredictable, loud and obnoxious, and totally in control of her narrative. For years, the cycle was the same. The guys she was with, the people that surrounded her, her beezers, they came and went. They orbited around her because she had the platform, she had the money, and she had the ability to spin any situation in her favor. She controlled the story, even when that story was an absolute disaster. Back then, the power dynamic was simple. Foodie Beauty was the show, and everyone else was just part of the supporting cast, if you will. Her partners often depended on her financially, and whether or not she was raging, whether she was crying or love bombing and stalking you know who, she always managed to make the story always about her. She dictated when things started, when they ended, and how much of it the audience would see. In her world and in her mind, she held the cards. But now, the script has flipped. With Salah, the dynamic is nothing like her past relationships. In Canada, she had the upper hand because it was her home turf, her domain. But when she traveled to Kuwait, things started to shift a little. Suddenly, she's out of her comfort zone, and Salah had the advantage. He wasn't just another boyfriend. He had home turf, cultural authority, language, and the ability to draw the boundaries. You could see it in the way she moved. Gone was the brash, impulsive woman who did whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted. Instead, she shrank into a quieter version of herself, although never totally quiet. She constantly seeks his approval, and she waits for his permission to speak and say certain things, or even joke around a certain way. The independence she used to flaunt, that reckless freedom that fueled her content for years, was almost stripped down to nothing. And then came Bruce Lee. For longtime viewers, this felt like classic Chantal chaos. Another messy ass story that'll be fodder for the reaction channels in the morning. But this time, with Bruce Lee, the fallout was different. This wasn't just embarrassing, it was dangerous. Getting caught up in accusations of stealing a cat spiraled into something far bigger than anyone thought it would. The consequences were severe. She and Salah didn't just deal with backlash online. They were pretty much forced out of Kuwait on their own. It's hard to overstate what a fall from grace this was. The woman who once bragged about being untouchable, hotter than 90% of YouTube, she could do whatever she wanted no matter the consequences. Suddenly, all of a sudden, she found herself self-deporting. Her control wasn't just slipping, it was absolutely gone. And where did she end up in the end? Back in the Middle East. She's in Syria. And that move isn't just geographical change, it's symbolic. Syria represents a total loss of the environment where Foodie once thrived. She's no longer in Canada, she's not in Kuwait, but now she's in a place where she literally has no autonomy. There's no safety net, and there's no real influence she has over there. This is a woman who once weaponized her independence and flaunted her ability to go live at any moment and command attention, and she's now reduced to living within very strict limitations. This isn't the same woman who used to rage stream for hours from her apartment, who used to dictate the entire pace of an online conversation. In Syria, she doesn't have that same freedom. She doesn't have the money leverage she once used to dangle over her partners, and she certainly no longer has the control.
It's the heart, and it makes us weak, but strong, all at the same time. To have someone to love you for who you are is a gift from God.
He does that randomly throughout the day. Pours water on me when I'm really hot. Feels good actually. Moussaka.
The power dynamic has shifted fully and it's glaringly obvious. Salah isn't just her husband anymore. He's her handler and caretaker. He determines where they go, when they go, how she presents herself, and what parts of their life even get shared online. What used to be her empire of drama has become his stage. And instead of being the star, Foodie is more like a background character in her own story. For longtime watchers, this is one of the most striking transformations we've ever seen from her. Foodie went from being the conductor of chaos to someone living within the boundaries someone else sets for her. The unpredictability that once made her compelling now has nowhere to go. And that's the irony, my friends. She's not the one holding the cards anymore. He is. Does he know it? I'd love to know what you guys think. Please leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, friends. I'll see you in the next one.
I wish I was in shape like you.
You will be inshallah, baby, one day.
Inshallah.
Well, I feel like I'm talking to a real dog, a real slave, a pure dog. I'm gonna shit on you and you and spit on your face.
It's because I like our relationship to be private. I'm slightly embarrassed, especially during live streams.